Thank you. My name is Jenny Hobbs, and I serve on the board of DuPage Unitarian Universalist Church. I welcome everyone to our service this morning and welcome visitors to our open and inclusive community of faith. As Unitarian Universalists, we hold that there are many spiritual paths to truth and meaning, and we support one another as we explore these paths. I would like to especially welcome our guests and welcome again those who have visited us before. Visitors, it is the custom of our congregation to invite you to stand and give your name and where you are from if you feel comfortable doing so. Are there any visitors who would like to introduce themselves? Yes, please. Hi. Stephen's dad. Welcome. Thank you. Hello.
I'm Anthony, and this is my wife Shannon. We've been here a few times in the past, but we brought along some first-timers, our daughters, Rose and Emma, who are 7 and 4.
Welcome back. Hello.
I'm Jessica. I'm from Naperville. This is my first time here.
Welcome, Jessica.
My name is Rita, and this is my second time here. It's been a long time since the first.
Welcome back. Any other visitors who would like to introduce themselves? Well, welcome to everyone visiting today. Please join us after the service for coffee hour. We would love to have a chance to get to know you better. Our minister, Rev. Tom Capo, is not here today, but our congregational life coordinator, Mary Law, our director of religious education, Steve Cooper, and all of our members are eager to meet you. I will also be present after the service in Creeves Hall. You can find me with the purple hair. And also my fellow board member, Kelly Huggins. We'd love to say hello. So our service can be heard outside the glass doors at the back of the sanctuary. Should anyone feel the need to leave the service for any reason, there are chairs provided for your convenience. As we begin our service, please silence all electronic devices. Thank you.
It's hard to know when to respond to the seductiveness of the world and when to respond to its challenge. If the world were merely seductive, that would be easy. If it were merely challenging, that would be no problem. But I arise in the morning torn between the desire to improve the world and a desire to enjoy the world. That makes it hard to plan the day. I light this chalice because as Unitarian Universalists, we believe in the search for truth and meaning.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, he was a good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. And he always had some mighty fine wine, singing joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I were the king of the world, I'd tell you what I'd do. I'd throw away the bars and the wires and the wars, make sweet love to you. Sing it now, joy to the world. All the boys and girls, joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. You know I love the ladies, I love to have my fun. Behind that fire and a rainbow rider and a straight shooting son of a gun. Yes, it's a straight shooting son of a gun. Joy to the world. Oh. boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. You know I said joy to the world. Oh, the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
Thank you, Jim Wharton. You are bringing joy to the world. Good morning. I am Steve Cooper, the Director of Religious Education, and Justin and Ellie Hobbs are up here with me. This month, in our summer religious education program, we've been talking about what it means to be a community of joy. And we learned about the central pillars of joy, which include gratitude, choosing to be kind and generous, and finding joy even in something sad. And we experienced the joy of nature and the joy of laughter. So in my opening words, which were written by E.B. White, the author of Stuart Little and Charlotte's Web, he questioned whether we should spend our day improving the world or enjoying the world. So let's break this down. And let's start with the part about enjoying the world. Do you really find joy in the world? Finding joy means opening yourself up to it. The value of taking time to appreciate positive experience seems obvious, yet it's a skill that few people have mastered. And the reason's simple. We're busy, and we have a lot on our minds. And we say to ourselves, there will always be other sunrises, but if we don't hit that shower soon, we'll never beat the traffic to get to work. So under the weight of our daily responsibilities and worries, we, without thought, tune out the brief, spontaneous events that can happen at any time, and that, if we let them, could bring us deeper joy and greater health.
Wise men say only fools rush in, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be us then? 'Cause I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole
Thank you, Justin and Ellie. This is what brings joy to my heart. Okay, answer me some questions. What do you like that gives you joy? Declan, what gives you joy? When you what? When you ride your bike. What else gives you joy?
Books.
Books give you joy. What else gives you joy?
Sunsets.
Sunsets.
Just looking at nature and all the beautiful flowers.
Looking at nature. Ellie.
Having fun with my friends.
Having fun with your friends. Are there any things that, if you had too much of it, wouldn't be joyful anymore? So that first bowl of that first bowl of ice cream, fantastic. That second bowl of ice cream, that's nice. That third bowl of ice cream, not so good. So there are some things where if you got too much of it, it actually is not joyful anymore. So those are things that the joy doesn't last a long time. So what is it about the other favorite joyful actions that make them joyful? So you talked about seeing the sunsets, reading books, making someone laugh. What other things are joys? Unexpected joys? Ellie? Being with your grandma and grandpa.
Winning a video game.
So what do some of these things have in common? They're all connecting you with other people. So the Dalai Lama, do you know who the Dalai Lama is? All of you know who the Dalai Lama is? He's the Tibetan area leader for Buddhists, but he's also kind of a leader for the world in spiritual thought. So the Dalai Lama said, the path to joy is connection. The path to sorrow is separation. So if you're sad, what might the Dalai Lama suggest that you do? Find somebody, right? Connect with someone. Do something for someone else. Find someone friendly to be with. Do you think it would work? So give me some examples of who you might find or how you might make connections. Declan?
Maybe my brother.
Go hang out with your brother, yes. Ellie, you talked about going with your grandparents. Finding a hug. Going to church. Excellent. So let's try something here. I would like for you to reach into the hymnal rack in front of you, or if you're in the front row, they are at the end of the row. There should be a sheet of cardstock and a marker. So each of you can grab a sheet. No, there's markers on. Jenny has the markers for the front row. So what I would like you to do, so during the next 4 minutes, I want you to think of something that brings you joy and write or draw it onto the sheet nice and big so that everybody can read it. And if you're so moved, you can, after you have it done, walk forward and show it off to the group. And this will make sense when you start seeing the video. But Or if you don't want to come forward, just stand up and just show it to people. It'll all make sense. Something that brings you joy.
I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. Wanna be ready when joy comes back to me. I've been downhearted. I've been downhearted. I've been downhearted, but I won't be down for long, 'cause I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready when joy comes back to me. I've been too long crying, too long crying, Lord, too long crying. I won't cry anymore, 'cause I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. Wanna be ready when joy comes back to me. Yeah. I felt tied to the ground, Lord, yes. Tied to the ground, Lord, yeah. Tied to the ground, Lord. Getting lighter every day, 'cause I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready when joy comes back to me. Spirit get low, Lord. Spirit get low sometimes. Spirit get low, Lord. But I'm gonna rise again, 'cause I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready when joy comes back again. Oh yes, yeah, got to be, got to be, got to be, got to be, yeah. Oh no. Are you ready? Are you ready? Joy comes back again. Oh, ready when joy comes back to me. Well, I'm gonna rise again. Whoa, here comes my joy.
Yes. All right, thank you. That was a good practice. You've fallen into my scheme. But you'll find out more. So let's get back to the opening words by E.B. White. He is torn between the desire to improve the world and a desire to enjoy the world. So this kind of reminds me of a similar reflection by Reverend Richard Gilbert, who wrote many thoughts on social justice and religious education. These are big words that a lot of people might have difficulty understanding, so I might paraphrase as we go along, or we'll just plow through it, and I'll kind of paraphrase at the end. So he says, I rise in the morning torn between the desire to save the world and to savor it, to serve life or to enjoy it, to savor the sweet taste of my own joy, or to share the bitter cup of my neighbor, to celebrate life with the exuberant step, or to struggle for the life of the heavy laden. What am I to do when the guilt at my bounty clouds the sky of my vision, when the glow which lights my every day illumines the hurting world around me? To savor the world or save it? God of justice, if such there be, take from me the burden of my question. Let me praise my plenitude without limit. Let me cast from my eyes all troubled folk. No, you will not let me be. You will not stop my ears to the cries of the hurt and the hungry. You will not close my eyes to the sight of the afflicted. What is it that you say? To save, one must serve. To savor, one must save. The one will not stand without the other. Forgive me in my preoccupation with myself, in my concern for my own life. I had forgotten. Forgive me, God of justice. Forgive me and make me whole. So in Gilbert's poetic language, he seems to be saying that we can't have joy until we save the world. How can we be joyful when there's suffering happening all around us? So until you start saving the world, you're not going to have joy. He says the more that we celebrate life and what is good, the more evident it is that people are suffering around us. We can't enjoy this place if there's injustice. To save, one must serve. To savor, one must save. And the one will not stand without the other. Can we not do both? Can't we enjoy life and save the world? We just shared with each other what brings us joy in life. Maybe we can figure out how to save the world too. Is there a way that we can do both? Please stand in body or spirit and join in singing hymn number 221, For the Beauty of the Earth.
And please keep singing if the piano stops working.
Is that for me? Yeah, thank you. Good morning. My name is Karen, and I am here this morning to tell a story about my good friend, Karen Peck. Is it not on? Can you hear me? Yes. Excellent. My guess is a lot of you know Karen Peck, right? So for the past few months, Karen Peck, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard her asking this, has been saying out loud, why isn't somebody doing something? Why isn't somebody doing something to save the world? And we all know there are so many things we need to save in the world right now. We need to save the rights of women. We need to save the rights of children. We need to save the rights of family. We need to save a woman's right to choose. We need to save our planet. We need to save our democracy. And she's out there going, why isn't anyone doing anything? And then she had this revelation. Maybe it should be her. Maybe instead of waiting for someone else to start saving the world, she should be saving the world. So Karen read about a guy online. His name is Bryce. This is Bryce. So Bryce started a movement, and he's been doing it every night for, I want to say like 5 or 6 weeks, 7 weeks. And he goes out every single night on a street corner, rain or shine, in Minneapolis to save the world. And you know, what people decide to protest with him varies each night, but he's like, there's a lot of stuff to work on. And Bryce started this movement. And Karen thought, I can do that here. So she's going to save the world by standing at the corner of Webster and Jackson in front of the Dandelion Fountain in downtown Naperville from 6 to 7 every single night until the midterm elections. And she talks to people every night, and she engages with young people, with voters. And really her message is this: if you don't like what's going on, make sure you vote. Are you registered to vote? Let me tell you where you can register to vote. Every single night. Every single darn night. And a couple weeks ago, she pulls me aside and she says, Karen, I've got a problem. I committed to saving the world. But my son, Alec, who I love, this is Alec. Oh my gosh, I'm dressed as a compost heap. I don't really remember why. But that's Alec. He's been a member of this church almost his whole life. He's moving from one side of the country to the other for graduate school, and she is so proud of him. And we all know as parents that when your child who is 14, 16, 20, 25, 26, he's 26 now. Is there a picture of 26-year-old Alec? Because this doesn't make it. There we go. There's Alec and Karen. It is like a rare, shining, rainbow, magical unicorn of a moment, right? When your 26-year-old wants help from you. She's like, I've got to go. I've got to go help Alec. I got to do it. So she wants to go. And she says, I need your help. And of course, we're going to agree, because what is the use of saving the world if you're not there for the people who love you and that you love? And so a whole lot of her friends are going to be stepping up this week while she's gone. Paul Selnow over there, he's going to be stepping up. He's been out there. Steve Cooper, you've been out there. Joan's going to be out there. Russ Manthe has taken a night. Sarah's been out there. Look at all the people who have been showing up to join her every night. So while she is gone, we are all going to be Karen Peck. We are going to take her wagon, and we are going to be there from 6 to 7. Send her photos and let her know the point of having a community is that we are there for you. As a matter of fact, I think you all have sign-making materials, right? Under your seats and in hand, right? go ahead and turn that joyful sign over and tell us what you want to save. What do you want to save? And in 5 minutes, you're going to be ready to join us some night from 6 to 7. I'm there Tuesday night. Don't let me be there alone. And the joy of this is that it isn't save the world versus savoring the world. The point of it is having a community, and that we are going to support you in doing both. We are completely behind the idea that Karen Peck may indeed be saving the world, but also that she shouldn't have to give up the good stuff to do so.
In a book titled Joy, the Dalai Lama says, "The path to joy is connection. The path of sorrow is separation. Discovering more joy does not, I'm sorry to say, save us from the inevitability of hardship and heartbreak. In fact, we may cry more easily, but we will laugh more easily too. Yet as we discover more joy, we can face suffering in a way that ennobles rather than embitters. We have hardship without becoming hard. We have heartbreak without being broken." The path to joy is connection. That is how we savor the world and save it at the same time. We do it in community. As a community working together, we actually get joy from the work we do in saving the world. Karen Peck figured it out, and she's bringing each and every one of us along with her. I hope that all of you, young and old, will bring your signs or make new, bigger signs and stand with Karen Peck or her proxy this week for an hour, 1 or 2 days each week for the next 99 days until the midterm elections. We will now prepare to receive an offering, and Jim Wharton's going to sing to us another song made popular by the band Three Dog Night in the 70s, and the song is Shambhala. The song's lyrics are about the mythical kingdom of Shambhala, which is said to be hidden somewhere within or beyond the peaks of the Himalayas, and was mentioned in ancient texts of Tibetan Buddhism. Their lyrics refer to a situation where kindness and cooperation are universal, joy and good fortune abound, and psychological burdens are lifted. We will now take the offering.
I'd like to ask everybody to just learn a couple of the verses with me. They're really high, so you, if you can go up, go up. If you know the song, sing along. The part of it is, ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. That's one of them. And the other part is, how does your light shine on the road to Shambhala? If you sing those two, you know 70% of the song. Wash away my troubles, wash away my pain with the rain in Shambhala. Wash away my sorrow, wash away my shame with the rain, Shambhala. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everyone is helpful, everyone is kind on the road to Shambhala. Everyone is lucky, everyone is so kind on the road to Shambhala. Yeah, 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 yeah. sister by the flowers in her eyes on the road to Shambhala. I can tell my brother by the flowers in his eyes on the road to Shambhala. Yeah, 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 yeah. How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? How does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Tell me, how does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Tell me, how does your light shine in the halls of Shambhala? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. On the road to Shambhala. Thanks for that.
Community. Somewhere there are people to whom we can speak with passion without having the words catch in our throats. Somewhere a circle of hands will open to receive us. Eyes will light up as we enter. Voices will celebrate with us whenever we come into our own power. Community means strength that joins our strength to do the work that needs to be done. Arms to hold us when we falter, a circle of healing, a circle of friends, someplace where we can be free. May that place be here. Do you all have your signs of how you're going to save the world? All right, excellent. There's a song that we sing at summer camp that we're going to introduce to you, and it's a good marching song. It's a song about joy and going out to do work in the world. So Karen and Jenny and Kelly are going to help teach it to you. I want you to, once you got it, stand up, sing it strong, and feel that you can take this somewhere and go out and change the world.
Here we go. Yes. Ready? Yeah. Do we start? Start.
Let us go out and light up the dark. Let us go out, bring joy to each heart. Let us go out with indifference destroyed. Let us go out with joy. Let us go out and light up the dark. Let us go out, bring joy to each heart. Let us go out